Intimacy in that way on the first date doesn't mean that the challenge won. You can have sex, for example, on the first date, and do not still consider that like you won the game, or if a game there is. Yeah, I really separate both.
What? Hello, beautiful human beings. I'm MKH. Welcome to my second channel. We're going to do a reaction, but a reaction to something that is less UK politically based. So today I'm going to be traveling over to my good friends over at Dating Beyond Borders to react to the video. What is the dating and sex culture of France? French answer. Dating Unfiltered. So, ooh, this is like a kind of After Dark. It's like Justice League Dark version for Dating Beyond Borders, where they kind of get a bit down and dirty. So what I think is going to happen in this video, what do I think of the dating and sex culture? Well, obviously with the sex culture of France, we think it's very liberal. We think of like orgies and bohemians and French kissing, and the fact that I think up until Macron, every single president ever has had a mistress. So they are the land of free love, I would say. But yeah, let's see what it actually is, because I'm just a dumb Londoner. So let's get straight into this video. But before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, I also have a first channel where I tend to focus on more UK based political content. So link in the description below if you want to check that out. Okay, let's get into this video.
As soon as you kiss me, you're my boyfriend. This is it. Here, I did that, and then I went into him in the movie with another girl, and he just give me a hug, and I'll see you next week. Like, what do you mean you see me next week? There's not seeing me next week. You just no.
You've kissed me, so you're my boyfriend. I think everyone's going to have to tell every single actor on the face of the planet. If you kiss someone in a scene, then sorry, you're in a committed relationship now. Maybe that's just personal to her. That can't be a true... Yeah, I think that's individual to her. And I love the fact that they're doing this, the dating and sex culture of France, which means that the dating and sex culture of Montreal, which is the French-speaking part of Canada, is very different to this. That is really interesting. Anyway, let's continue.
Hi, I'm Benjamin, and I'm from Lille, northern France.
Hi, I'm Jane. I'm from Perpignan, south of France.
Hi, I'm Theo. I'm from Bordeaux.
Hi, my name is Morgan and I'm from Paris.
Hello, my name is Jean-Gilles. My background is from French Guyanese.
Hey, I'm Anna. I'm from Toulon in the south of France.
French Guyanese. Oh, so they're counting the colonies as well, because France has a few colonies. So they got obviously French Guyana. They have Martinique. They also have Guadeloupe. That's really interesting that they also count that as intricate to French culture. That's good to see. Nice.
I think what I like about the French way, I don't want to call it the French way, but I like the eye contact. When you go to a party, we always start that long staring and the smiling and the is he gonna come? In France, the man has to approach the girl.
You just
so
send your energy.
Yeah, you have to like make him like, yes,
come right on.
I like that. I like that women send out their energy into the world, or anyone sends out their energy into the world towards a person they're attracted to, because otherwise how do you know, unless you're just Billy Big Bollocks and just walk over to every girl or every person you find attractive and just like, do you find me attractive? Do you find me attractive? Do you find me attractive? Like, I like this.
They come on really strong. They're like, I'm into you, I will let you know.
Sometimes we are too much. Like, I need to agree. Like, it's just like, I'm a man, I'm the strongest and everything else. And sometimes it's not true. We need to agree.
I think it's a Latin background.
In France, if you want to be respected, you have to act like a men.
French people, usually, we like to flirt.
It's just a game of seduction. You need to impress her, not just enough that you say, yes, he's a potential or he's a good candidate.
Just being seductive, like we like to...
I don't even control, like I flirt with everybody, like women, men, dogs.
God have mercy upon us.
I like when it's complicated with a girl.
Chase, we talk about a chase. You like
yeah.
Why? Why is that thrilling? Like, unless you're like a really rich person, why would you want more complication in your life? The thrill of the hunt. I mean, being in the UK right now, I don't want to get too political. We've got a cost of living crisis right here where all of our bills are going up. I'm talking about energy bills. The price of food is going up. The price to fill up your car is going up. That's a complication that we currently have, which I don't want to have. I'm not going to add the complication of the thrill of chasing relationship to that. That's just, I'm guessing he lives a luxurious life.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
When it's simple, like it's just like
no challenge.
Yeah, no challenges, as you said, exactly.
And it takes you 3 dates.
Yeah, 3-4 dates, I guess.
I think like we go way faster.
It takes 10 minutes for me, I would say, to know if someone is interested in me.
First, I think...
Wait. Did he say it takes 3 days to know if you're interested? That's extreme even by my standards, but that is nuts the other way around. 10 minutes to know if you're interested in someone. Me as a human being, I can hold it together for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes, it just all comes tumbling out. All of the imperfections. But I think both are just extreme in my view.
Gay people, we have less filters on the intention behind, like your mind. You know why you're going on those apps and you know why you're going to date someone.
It's all about the game. Like, we don't want to be too obvious.
Oh,
soulmate!
Okay. What was the last question? I kind of lost what the last question was. What was the last question? What are they talking about? Okay, what is the French approach like? Okay, I should have read that at the beginning of the last segment. That makes sense to me. What is the French approach like? So with gay people and people of the LGBTQI plus community, you're very forward. You know what you want. Yeah, with the straights, I guess now you have to add extra hurdles. I don't know. Okay, what's this question? What is a typical first date in France? Okay, I'm gonna imagine it's like lots and lots of roses, chocolate, cheese, visiting Eiffel Tower. I don't know, all of those, all of the above.
When we date a girl and we want to be boyfriend girlfriend, we need to put some formalities. If we are just being together, it's how I will treat you.
I love to be with the French wine, like on the sand, like in front of the sunset. I'm really a more romantic guy, so...
The sand? With the wine?
Yeah, sure, why not?
We start at maybe 5 p.m. The date is going well. You could end up at midnight. Here, they have 2 hours for you.
I wish you...
It's just, I think not just Canada, but in the UK as well. I've got a strict timetable for our dates, okay? Like, I'm meeting you at this time. We can go on for 3 hours, 4 hours at a push, but that's it. And then I have to leave because we need to set some boundaries in place. I don't care if I'm having a fantastic time.
Really like the bar restaurant, because usually what happens is you don't know if you like the guy enough to want to spend the whole night with him. So you go to the bar first, you have that drink, and if everything goes well, he's like, are you hungry? And you're like, depends on how you feel. So if you like him, you're like, yes, I am.
If I see that just work with the other girl, they say, oh, if you want, you can go like to my place. We're gonna have a last drink. This is
the first date. I thought you like the chase, like the.
No, it's more a question of energy.
Oh, intimacy in that way on the first date doesn't mean that the challenge won. You can have sex, for example, on the first date, and do not still consider that like you won the game, or if a game there is. Yeah, I really separate both.
What? What is the game after that? To pretend or to seduce this person into falling in love with you, and then as soon as they do, running like what? That is, I don't know. I need someone to tell me what is that, because I need to know what they're chasing. Then the thrill of the chase. What is the chase? If you're not chasing the sex, what are you? Oh, that's blowing my head off. Wow.
I'm glad to hear that from French people, because okay, cool. That's the thing about French guys. It's like they put the effort in it. Like they put a thought of it. They organize it. They're very romantic, and they listen to you, and they make sure that you feel special, even when you're not. But they're just good at it. Like they're gonna sell you a dream, and you're gonna be like have a star in your eyes, and be like, oh my god, this guy is perfect. And then sometimes you're lucky enough, he's still around. Some of the time, he's just another douchebag. But the whole thing is they show you, they make you feel special.
Let's talk about sex in France. So I'm just imagining just lots of orgies in bed sits with like just artistes just throwing paint at each other, just getting really down and dirty. Again, I get all my information from silly American films. So France may be totally the opposite of what I just described. Maybe.
I prefer, you know, like the moments before sex, I mean.
Okay.
Like,
The foreplay.
Yes, the foreplay. As we say, it's more a game. We play with each other like, oh, I don't want, no, oh, yeah, no, or maybe no, maybe yes. Finally, it's just kind of explosion.
I feel like...
That's not foreplay though. That's something else. Am I going mad? I mean, I would have thought if you're like knee deep or hands deep in foreplay, that means you do want it to have like, okay. Someone help me out, please. Please help me out.
I feel like we tend to put a lot more context into it, things that leads to it. You have some wine, you talk, that's leading. Whereas if you try to do that here, they'll probably just kiss you right away and be like, I'm done with your conversation.
Oh, I will put some music. Okay, oh, put up these jeans. Like, oh, no, I don't want that. Like, I want to create something before.
Sex can be so many different things, like, especially for gay people. Like, there's sometimes people imagine that there's like just one way to do things and there's none. Imagination, which I love about French people, is that I think we're more like creative.
See, the artiste, he is the artiste. French people are the artistes, and everyone else is their muse when it comes to sexual escapades. To live and learn to be French.
Yes,
Definitely.
yeah. I would say that one thing that I like about French men, in bed, they're more considerate. Like they really prioritize the woman pleasure, which I really love and respect. And also they're usually more prepared in terms of protection.
Are they good in bed?
Yeah.
We have the same translation. We say faire l'amour ou baiser.
Yep.
Yeah, so do you want to take your time, make it passionate, make it slow, have it all the foreplay, make it last, or do you want to just give it a go?
I love to be sensual and after like more animal, if we can say it in this way.
Animal?
Yeah, it's more savage, something like that. If we.
This guy's an absolute freak. I love it. He's like, first of all, I like the thrill of the chase. But then he's like, sex on the first date. And then he's like, I like long, elongated. I know those words mean the same thing. Foreplay. And then he's like, I just want to get into an absolute animal. Brilliant.
If we can say that in this way. Yeah.
Savage.
Like,
Wow.
Lesbians are more straightforward, as in general, because we don't have the stigma of...
Okay, I thought she was bisexual. Is she that? I thought she was bi. Whatever happened to bi visibility, everyone? I thought she was bisexual. Now she's saying we as in lesbian. I'm confused.
not being a slut. Like when you're dating a man, you're like, or if I just like have sex with him straight away, he's just gonna move on to someone else. When it's a with a woman, it's just like, do I want to do it or not? You know?
What is the biggest difference between dating in France and in North America? Obviously, talking about the United States and Canada. Let's see. What would be the biggest difference? Well, they kind of described it like as they went through each question, really. They kind of said, yeah, here is different. Like they just want to get down to the banging type thing, where it's like more passionate and sexual in France. So I think we've got a good sample of what the differences are.
Here they call that PDA, whereas in France, just everyone kisses in the streets.
In France, as soon as you kiss someone, you're in a relationship with this person. When here, you have to have a conversation about it.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
That is bizarre. As soon as you kiss someone, you're in a relationship with them. Is that how all these like these previous presidents get into sticky situations? Like they were going for the kiss on the cheek and they accidentally got it on the lips. So now, oh, my bad, now we're dating. Like, I don't understand. How is that a real thing? Just a kiss. Wow. They don't want to come to the, like, some of these clubs in England then. Everyone's necking. It's so funny. Oh, man.
Which is so strange to us. Like, why would you ask someone if they want to date you if you're already dating them, you know?
Mm-hmm. When I kissed this girl and I was like, yeah, since we're dating, blah, blah, and she's like, wait a minute, we're not dating. I was like, what? What? Yeah. What? What have we been doing then?
The way they do things here, like you can date multiple until you have the talk and then determine that you guys are exclusive. We don't do that in France. Like, no. As soon as you kiss me, you're my boyfriend.
That is absolutely something that I never knew, and I'm just grateful that I learned this for this year. Imagine that. And this is across all sexuality preferences. Once you kiss someone, you're mine. Exclusive. Oh, magical.
This is it. Here, nothing. I did that, and then I went into him in the movie with another girl, and he just give me a hug, and I'll see you next week. Like, what do you mean you see me next week? There's not seeing me next week. You
what?
Just... No.
One of the weirdest thing is like exclusivity. So like at the beginning, you're dating someone, but they are not exclusive with you. They can be dating other people, and like at some point, they can come to you and be like, "I want to be exclusive." So like, what is that?
I don't have the energy to go on dates with stable people and entertain them and have the same conversation over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely agree with that. It can get exhausting retelling your story every single time. So I agree with her there, but I don't agree with that. Oh, sorry. I don't agree with the whole of France where you say, I've kissed you, now we're exclusive. And that guy's gangster though. He's in the cinema sort of, yeah. Come here, give me a hug. Now keep it moving. I got things to do. That's hilarious.
I'll focus on one, and if it doesn't work, try somebody else. But I think that was the shocking part of my first experience getting there. It was like I didn't really understand where this mentality of
comes from,
refusing to commit to really anything. That this was coming. It's not genuine. It's really like it's all about interest. If you do that, that will give me something. I will get something out of it.
If you date someone and they date someone else, they are cheating on you. So it's like a process to be like, they are not cheating on me. It's normal for them. But like, imagine that.
Gay people in North America are more direct, I would say, than in France. Where in France, we still like to keep a little bit of romance somewhere.
Okay, you're confusing me now, because like you were saying, like gay people in North America are more direct, which means like you know what's on their mind, and usually ends up happening after you just met. But you just said also previous to this, like you can have sex on the first day of meeting someone and the chase ain't over. So what romance are you referring to there? Let me know, please. Let me know.
Somewhere.
But on the date, no arguing with a Canadian. It will not work. In France, yes, it could work. In Canada, not at all. I try to argue. Say, nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
I think we're more intellectual sometimes in the approach, contrary to here, for example, in Canada, where it's more, I would say, more superficial. French people love to disagree. We love to debate and give our opinion, and sometimes, even though the opinion is not requested, sometimes we might say things that can sound rude for Canadian, which are not, but it's just like we like to know who we're talking to. We like to know what people think.
Is that for all Canadians though, or do you go to like the French part and like it's like talking to your brother or something? Like, does all of Canada find you rude? Also, there's a difference between having a conversation with someone and having a debate of ideas with someone on a date. Like, I don't want to be, especially on a first date, I don't want to be going over the pros and cons of our current economic system with someone if they are so diametrically opposed to me as well. That's going to be something I would save for, like, I don't know, a third or fourth date. Like, I'm not going to do it on the first date. So it just depends, I would say. What advice would you give to the foreigner who wants to date in France? But also, wouldn't you want to like give advice to people who just want to date a French person, since you all share the same dating practice? But I don't know. Okay, I want to date in France. Let's see what they advise.
If you know you're dating a French person, tell them right away if you're going to see other people or not, because for us, we might just be like really onto you, and if you're just not into that, you should say so, because like we said, we'll go the extra mile. If you just want to see other people and text us twice a week, maybe we're not into that.
Once a week.
Okay.
This is fantastic. I never knew this. I just thought all French men just cheated. I thought it was a bylaw over there that all French men had to have a mistress. But my stereotypes and my preconceptions were on not even quicksand. They were just on, the foundations weren't there. Okay.
Don't be scared to say what you think, even though you feel like it could be like an issue. There's no such thing as that issue, as long as you can, speak your mind, justify, explain. We like to keep it interesting. Something.
And I would just extend that to anyone you date. Just keep it interesting. Keep them on their don't keep them on their toes. I'm not saying go out there and make them jealous or cheat or stuff, but keep the conversation flowing. So what did you think of that? I quite liked it. I quite like these types of videos. It's called Dating Unfiltered, but I thought it was going to get a bit more raunchy than what it did. I thought it was going to get really into I don't know, sex toys and fetishes and stuff like that and kinks, but I never even touched that.
But do I care? Yes, I do.
So yeah, tell me what you felt down below. Would you date a French person? Have you dated a French person? And do you agree with the with the representation that they gave of French dating in this video? I'm just mind blown by everything. All my preconceptions are completely gone, and I have to rethink how I think about just countries outside of the UK now, I guess. Anywho, thanks for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Okay, bye.